Lance Homebrew coming at ya. Well, today we've got the Belfast Black Ale. This is a smoked porter. It's from Lavery Brewing in Erie, Pennsylvania, a new brewery to me. And I need to thank Paul from PA Brew News for this. Thank you, Paul. Looks like a fun treat. Paul did a review on this. You need to watch Paul's review because it's hilarious, because unfortunately the whole thing kind of explodes on him and he goes through the review. An awesome, funny review. You need to see that one. I'm not expecting the same here though, of course. So anyway, this is an American porter. It's 7.5% ABV. They say that it's 35 to 40 IBUs, and they say to serve it at a little warmer temp than usual. They said 45 to 50, so I've only let it warm up a little bit. And it's made with pale malts, crystal, chocolate, Munich, and German Rauchmalz, which is going to be where the smoke comes in, I'm sure. They also use Northern Brewer for the hops, and they use their own blend, yeast blend, I should say. So they call it the Lavery yeast blend. So anyway, I'm gonna get this one cracked open. Wow, I'm still having to pour this very slow. Wow, okay. So this has been sitting for quite a while in my fridge, but take a look at that. That's an unusual head for porter. Not what you would expect from a porter by any means. It is pitch black. I can see just a lightest bit of brown on the bottom down there. And this is very much almost a mocha head, you know. So it's a lot of color. I can get fruit. I'm getting like fruit coming off this, which is very unusual. So I'm gonna get right to getting a nose on as best I can. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up dark fruits on this. I'm definitely getting a lot of chocolate. Those are the first two things that hit you. Yeah, I'm not sure which dark fruits, but it's like I'm getting different types of chocolate on this as well. I'm getting some dark chocolate. I'm getting a little bit sweeter chocolate. I'm getting some bitter chocolate. Okay, like a kind of a sweet molasses on that. Okay, I'm picking up a little bit of the smoke, and it's almost like a char type of aroma. But man, those dark fruits are really strong on this. Almost like some berry. Almost like some berry. You know, a little bit of earthiness too. So interesting beer. All right, it's toned down a little bit. I'm gonna get a taste on this one. Wow. Okay. First of all, this is highly carbonated. There's going to be some belching going on. All right, as it sits on my mouth, I'm getting a light bitterness. I'm getting a chocolate. So it comes out almost like a bitter chocolate at that point. But I got this like real sweet, like sweeter fruits. Again, like I think like that berry type of a flavor, like I don't know what to say, like a blackberry almost. It's so highly carbonated, it's really detracting from the beer quite a bit. I almost feel like I got like a peaty taste, so that's probably coming from the smoke on it. But as soon as it hits my mouth, it like explodes into foam in my mouth, which makes me wonder about the beer, actually, a little bit. The quality of the production. And if you take a look in the bottle, you can see it's formed a big head in there. So yeah, it makes me wonder if there was some kind of minor infection or something like that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to stir this up a few times, see if I can reduce the carbonation on it, and then come back. Okay, I've been swirling this and letting it settle and swirling it, let it settle for a while, gave it a break. All right, let's get a nose on it again. All right, the best way I can kind of describe this is you get a lot of chocolate, but it's like a fruity chocolate. It's like if you've ever had some of these like European chocolates where they'll put like nuts and some fruit in it, but more to the dark chocolate side. That's kind of how it strikes me. It's very different. And you almost could get some like astringency, almost like a little acidity in the aroma on it. It's definitely helped that I have kind of eliminated the high amount of carbonation. I can taste it a great deal more. And I'm starting to pick up more on that smokiness in the porter. Now that it's settled down, it's a much nicer taste. Still, that fruitiness is interesting, and I wouldn't really describe it as dark fruits. You know, they're well, I put them in the medium. It's like that berry type of a fruit, but like a blackberry. It's possible you could even pick up like a hint of currant on this as well, honestly. And I'm getting a little bit more of that smokiness coming in. Actually, the flavor is growing on me now that I've let it settle down quite a bit. So I'm going to take one more moment and then I'm going to come back with a final on this one. Well, I've gone and poured some more and you can see the head is immediately back. It's just huge. Look at that. Oh, now it has that off scent again now that I've poured more in. You know, I think that the description of the beer, the name of it, where it said Black Ale, was a better description than calling it a smoked porter. You know, I mean, it tastes more like a black ale to me. It's not very porter-like in the taste or characteristic. It should have had a lot of roasted malt, just loads of roasted malt. Not this high fruitiness, should not have been there. I've got to drop down. This has got to be really, for porter, it's got to be like a C- beer in my mind. So I've got to give this like a 72 for a porter. Overall, well, it maybe has to do the fact that they're located in Erie, Pennsylvania. I have no idea. I'm going to mark it up a whole 2 notches. Thinking of it more of a black ale, give it a 75. It's been an interesting beer for sure. I'm going to let it sit for a while and have some fun with it. But anyway, life is too short to drink cheap beer. And I will see you in the next beer review. Cheers.